Good evening, low budget LCS. I'm Popoba, trying to get my soundboard to work, and it's not working. Zodiac doesn't play. Zodiac, Mr. Windmills, is going to talk today.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to a Wednesday edition of Low Budget LCS Financial Division here on this fine Wednesday evening. Popoba, how are you and the waffle maker doing today?
We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We got the waffles going. I don't want him to talk. Well, that's going to be an issue, Windmill. You can mute the stream, play for Schmeckles. That's what I would advocate, at least. Yeah, we've got a great financial league matchup here for you. Sisters of the Loam, which I was debriefed as to their origin. It is pure brain rot, but it mostly
Yes.
revolves around eating mulch and being dogs who eat mulch. Versus Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies. Now, I haven't had too much time to actually review the history of these two teams, other than Mr. Chedda's Party Bus Full of Baddies currently sits at 1-1, and the Sisters of the Loam are at a crisp 3-0. So, Mr. Chedda's Party Bus looking to get their show on the road.
6-0 in matches as well. So haven't even dropped a game thus far this season. Obviously, Mr. Chedda's Party Bus Full of Baddies has fan favorite player, Bear. They also have returning LBLCS starters, and I believe Jolston, Mumu's, and Jeffy. And I think Sisters of the Loam are relatively all new players.
Yeah, that a lot of names I haven't seen before. That doesn't necessarily mean someone's a new player, but I do believe these are relatively new folks to the league. So really excited to see sort of what they're gonna. Oh, there we go. Now we got some funky good time. There we go. We got a little bit of background music going for you folks.
Elevator music.
Yeah, a little elevator music. Waffle Cam is operational, so that will be up and running. Gonna make sure that that is going good in game. Yeah. So talk me through what you're seeing in the draft so far, Zodiac. Aphelios, Ivern, Cassante seems to be pretty clear. Mulch side maybe a little bit less so, but how do you think we've got these interactions going so far?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Chedda's Party Bus got some pretty good comfort picks for themselves. I mean, Bear is a very well-known Cassante player. Jeffy is a very well-known Ivern player. So getting those two already off the board for themselves, I feel like have the makings of this like big 5-on-5 like death ball kind of comp. Meanwhile, Sisters of the Loam, you do have the Zayanami, so potentially an aggressive bot lane looking to punish the Aphelios with the with the enchanter that you're probably gonna get with the Aphelios, and then the Viego again, something that can carry, something that can kind of pop off in these games, but does need a little bit of setup before he can start kind of rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. Viego lives for that first kill. We are not a fearless league. We are a casual league, although I do believe there will be some discussion in the offseason about adding fearless. So, if you have opinions, make sure to look for that at the end of the season. Make your voice known. I'm full of fear. I'm full of fear of what Mr. Chedda's Party Bus Full of Baddies is going to do to us tonight on this stream. Zero expectations. Although I did hear, so I asked for some facts from each team. I learned about the origin of the Sisters of the Loam and their mulch eating, their microplastic tendencies, and for the Party Bus Full of Baddies, I learned that one player on the team, I'm not going to tell you who, because that wouldn't be any fun, was formerly a world-renowned Furby model. Y'all remember Furbies?
Huh? Like a Furby model?
That's this is just what I was told.
What does that even mean?
I think they used to model Furbies. Like, I don't know, maybe they're a hand model, and they
did they hold the fur? If that's the case, that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? But a Furby model. Anyways, we got rest of the picks coming through here. Seraphim is gonna be locked in for Mumu's in that support role. So getting themselves a very stock standard enchanter, I feel right now, again, has good follow-up engage and really good peel. You do get the Oriana for the system of the Loam, so good wombo, but I feel like they still need one kind of great ball delivery system. I think right now they really don't have that in their comp. They don't have a great way to truly start a fight. So might need to get that out of the top side here. And it will be the Ornn coming in for System of the Loam. So there's that engage that we were looking for.
Yeah. Sisters of the Loam, I do think they have a very, very solid sort of front to back team fight, then plus Viego. I think Viego maybe is where they're looking to deliver that Oriana ball. If Viego can get in there with the Oriana Shockwave, get a kill off, the resets are going to be really big. The problem is right now, I'm seeing two teams that have both sort of drafted for the other team to come into them. Seraphine loves it when you come into her. Victor loves it. Ivern loves it. Aphelios loves it. So does Oriana. So does Xayah. They're all very fall back. Now there's some engage tools on each team, but it's going to be interesting to see sort of how these team fights play out. Right now, what I'm saying is 4 objectives. Whoever get theirs first wins.
Yeah, and I think look, I really like the age old adage of where it's like, if you were playing in this comp, which one would you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
I would want to be in Red Side's buff because it's very clear what they want to do. They want to scale, get to get to 2.5 free items, and then just invite you. Say, we dare you to walk into our death ball right now. Because it is incredibly hard to kill anyone on the side of Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies. Like, even if you want to jump on the Aphelios, that's a Ivern shield plus Seraphine shields going down on top of him. Plus, you have to work through Daisy and all these kinds of slows and snares and Victor Death Rays and Victor Big Circles and Cassante's there. Like, it's so hard to work through him. But System Alone does have good skirmishing power. So if the fights are dirty and quote unquote in a phone booth where they're just scrapping it out and throwing haymakers with each other, right? And there's no kind of organization to it. The Viego picking up these resets plus a good time shockwave can do a lot of work in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. A well-timed shockwave with the Viego resets. Now, the issue for Mr. Chedda's party bus right now is going to be, thank you, Dove Deodorant. I'll get your waffle going as soon as the waffle iron is finished preheating. It'll yell at me when that happens, so keep me honest. The issue is what happens if Victor or Aphelios get picked off before an objective fight or before a major team fight. It's very difficult for Mr. Chedda's party bus to operate if they're missing one of their carries. The majority of their cast are there to support them. That also means that skirmishes are going to be a little bit more rough. So I'm interested to see how that goes. There's a famous saying with Ivern in particular when it comes to neutral objectives. Are you familiar with that one, Zoo?
I am not. I'm not super familiar with the Ivern saying.
So it goes like this. My name is Ivern, and I speak for the trees, right? Help me take this dragon, or I'm gonna break your fucking knees. That's the
That's a good saying.
It's very
honestly,
true.
I should start playing jungle so I could say that to my teammates.
Honestly, yeah, do it. Jungle is a good time. Anyone out there who's playing League and thinks, man, maybe this just isn't it, you should switch to jungle. It's just better over here.
Yeah. True. You don't have to beg for your jungler to come gank your lane because you are the jungler. Like, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get a request for someone to glaze them, and I'm Amanda the Panda, spending 2,000 shekels for a caster compliment. Amanda, for those who don't know, is the support right now for the Rat Kingdom Lords, and I think they have been one of the best pickups this offseason for any team. I think the way that they think about the game is really fun. I think it's super kind of unique. They always look for kind of new ways to think about the game and play the game. I think their head's on right when it comes to, wanting their team to kind of, win it all. and I'm really looking forward to watching them play the rest of the season. I think the Rat Lords in general have really hit their stride. And yeah, can't wait to see the rest of the season.
Cool. The Rat Lords remind me because I am a boomer and not fully caught up on where everybody is right now. They are
They are
commercial.
in commercial.
Okay.
Yes, they are the Rat Kingdom's commercial team. They are 3-0 with another game on Friday.
Yeesh. Alrighty. Well, we've got another 3-0 team on our hands. The Sisters of the Loam looking to come in here and chew on some mulch. Now, out of these lanes, for me, the lane to watch is going to be bot lane. If a significant amount of headway can be made in the bot lane prior to any grouping, any team fighting, I think that's going to have a really big impact in terms of the way this game is going to go. If Aphelios can't do damage, it's going to be relatively difficult as he is the, I would say, primary AD threat on Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies. Also, shout out, as it is closing soon, the Schmeckle betting is live. Don't forget to bet your Schmeckles. Those are going to be closing. Right now, we're pretty even, so I would love to see those numbers get pumped up a little bit.
Yeah, and the one lane that I'm looking for, and it's not just because I play the role, but I am good. My eyes are going to kind of be glued to this mid lane. I have very strong opinions about Victor right now.
Mm.
I think Victor is like the best in slot mid laner, and I don't think it's particularly close. I think he doesn't lose lane to anything, and I think he scales like a complete monster.
I
Like,
did have that experience in a recent series of mine. Shout out to KFC for teaching us that Victor was important.
a little bit.
uh,
He's got the arcane buff, dude.
True. He's yeah, but like you know what's disappointing? Because I one tricked Vi last season, and Vi not doing quite as hot. Still useful. Still
Like,
useful.
you just need them to release like unreleased scenes from Arcane, then like they'll buff by like
Mm,
twice.
okay, bet for sure. This waffle is for Dove Deodorant, who requested a batter up earlier. Just an FYI. Get that going for you. If you're in the chat, do you want chocolate chips?
Dove deodorant. Is
I'll
that like the Dove deodorant, by the way? Like the brand?
I don't know if you are. Let's get let's get talking. We've been looking for Cuisinart to sponsor us for a minute, um, but I only have so many Choco chips, so once they're gone, no one gets any Choco chip waffles. But for those of you who are unaware, this is the Cuisinart Belgian round double flip waffle maker. Puts out a waffle every couple minutes or so when you average it out. Wonderful piece of technology designed by the folks at Cuisinart. I'm not putting Totoro in the waffle maker.
You are like, are you trying to get like a personal sponsorship from this waffle
No,
making
I'm trying.
brand?
I want Cuisinart, the most unrelated to League of Legends brand ever,
Dude,
to come in
honestly,
and sponsor the low budget LCS.
dude, I'm so down for that. I'm like so down for that. We can get like official merch and then have like the Cuisinart logo like on there. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean Cuisinart, if you're listening,
What's
hey,
up?
it's over to you now. No,
Hey, LBLCS has an official business email.
it does. And we check it whenever the Wi-Fi extends far enough to get to the cardboard box behind the Denny's where we hold our board meetings.
Yeah, sometimes the Wi-Fi like sometimes Denny's pays their Wi-Fi, and so like we can get it for like a little bit.
But it's like a special promotion thing. Like it's usually only in like June that we have Wi-Fi
Yeah,
access.
yeah. It's during Pancake Month.
Is there actually a pancake month?
I don't know. I think there's like a Pancake Day.
All right, I am
I know
at
that.
12, 13, 14,
I'm
15,
at. Oh, I'm way
16,
ahead of you.
17,
I
18.
paused at. I paused at 41.
Oh
Oh
my
wait, no, I didn't. No, I
goodness.
didn't. I paused at 46.
I'll start counting again. I'll bring the count back out when we get closer to 46.
Yes. Count Popova.
How many microplastics does Popoba have? I've got so many microplastics, dude. I chewed when I was a kid on so much random shit. Okay, I'm at 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and we should be good and going.
7,
Yep,
8,
yeah, we're good.
9.
We're good.
Okay, perfect. Um, and you talk about you say something about microplastics.
Yeah, I probably have hella microplastics in me. Like, hella microplastics. When I was a child, I chewed on so much random shit. It's all of it plastic, I'm sure. I'm done for.
I'm sure if you stick me in a microwave right now with all the microplastics, I'd melt.
Nice. You might do
I think
something
if you
else
stuck to
first.
anyone. Any big pen consumers, honestly, you're so real. You're so real for that, honestly. Oh my god, that Astro's my favorite chew toy. Holy shit.
Damn, that's real. Yeah, chewing on the backs of pen caps is a time-honored tradition, you know?
I was deep in thought in my 6th grade math class.
Yeah. You know, I had to figure out what the fuck algebra was.
Dude, why is the letter in the alphabet in my math equation?
And then someone was trying to tell me what a kilometer was. I still have no fucking idea what a kilometer is, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. If that question came up on, like, do you want to be a millionaire? I just walked off the stage.
Does anybody in chat know what the fuck is a kilometer? Let me know. Oh, Jolston going incredibly low here. Ascolobos, which is a very fun name. Taking him down. Gonna have to burn that barrier and the heal for Mummas, so Jolston just barely gonna stay alive. Oh, but now they look like they're gonna be a little bit on the counterattack. But we hop back up to top lane.
I was gonna say that's kind of the power of the Nami here in this lane. Although both of them do get outranged. Nice dodge on the snare seat there from Lunari, but that's the power of Nami. Again, you just throw your E on your AD carry, and you're just like, go do some work for me.
Yeah, and oh god. Okay, how are we saying this name in mid? Kuwoot? Patewowo? How the fuck do we want to say Victor's name?
Kuwoot Potato-wo.
Kuwoot Potato-wo. Got it. For all of you who are...
I'm just gonna call him Victor. I'm not gonna lie.
That's probably a good shout. Sorry, we did have the waffle finish up right as that fight was transpiring. Why I was personally distracted. We are going to see a little bit of beefcake off in the top lane as Bear goes in. A nice little bird block, but here comes Jethy. Jethy here on the Ibring, still holding that Q. Nice flash behind the minion wave there from Mott's Sauce. Going to prevent, but a huge Feather Call comes through after the bubble. Ascolobos picking up the first blood there onto Mummas.
Yeah, Mummas I think it's Mumus. I think.
Mumus?
But yeah, Mumus.
That would make sense.
It's like a Mumu, but like Mumu. But just kind of trying to hold the wave, trying to stack it up, but you can't really do that against Nami, especially when you're low HP, because your Aphelios doesn't really provide much early in this lane.
Yeah. Aphelios definitely a more scaling pick. Xayah has some of that beef in the early game. Nami, stereotypically a very early game focused champ as well. They're going to be going unstoppable here as we see a little bit more of noodle fighting in the top lane. Yeah, and Ascolobos is going to be very happy with that. Looking at a gold economy snapshot here. What is it, MasterCard right now? Is that who does the gold econ
I think so.
400 gold advantage here, going to be functionally in the form of a pickaxe for Ascolobos here in the bot lane. And we were talking about the bot lane being important for this match.
Yeah. Again, that's the biggest thing is as long as like the Aphelios just doesn't lose out on farm, which sadly the wave is now shoving away from him. So Ascolobos, I think that's how it's
Ascolobos?
No. Ascolobos.
Is it like Labos? Like are they telling us to do something?
Ascolobo. I agree. Ascolobo. Like Asca New Mexico Lobo. As Mumus.
Yeah, we are going to see a lot of trouble in his bot lane. Nice flash there from Jolston. Is going to rip them down. Jethy coming down. Flash forward from Ascolobos. Going to be doing lots of damage, but Mama is going to be able to stay alive. Flashing on the back end. Here comes the heal. A nice Feather Claw, but it's going to find the root. And the shields are enough. Now Lunari is going to be in trouble. A huge double bubble, though! Can they get two? No, they're only going to get one. And double kill goes over there to Jolston. Huge play there from Jethy, but it's not quite over. Wolfio's here. A flash, a Q, but the shield comes just in time! The root underneath turret! Jolston, 3 kills. Holy.
Jolston and Jethy playing on a razor's edge. I like the idea from Wolfie, but I think once that shield comes down, you're kind of in a bad spot. I also don't hate the idea from Ascalabos and Lunari to like force up in the wave, but maybe taking an extended trade there, not the greatest idea, because the Aphelios was in such a bad spot because the wave was pushing away from him, and he's not super comfortable stepping up into a Nami Zaya. So a little bit over aggression, but a great punish from Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies.
It was so close from Ascalabos. It was so close. The health bars on Jolston and Mumus was great. But hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. You don't got jungle prio, you don't got jungle prio. We are going to see the Boy Grubs being taken here, though, by Wolfio. And that's going to be unanswered as of now. Like I was talking about earlier, Ivern famously has a pretty tough time. Ooh, kidnapped underneath the turret! Modsauce going to be taking two turret shots. Bear's going to look for that third Tonfa strike, going to go unstoppable and take him down. A solo bolo.
Yeah, that's the power of Bear's Cassante. I mean, this is their best champion for a reason. Right? This thing has not been allowed in so many matches, and seeing why as he picks up that solo kill.
Yeah. I love this use of the bushes from Jethy to take that dragon, help get the prio. Obviously it helps. Bot lane came up. Red-white on Aphelios. You don't really want to fight if you're on the side of the Sisters of the Loam right now. And let's take a look back at the gold difference. It is now still technically a slight gold advantage from CS. Ascalabos using the ultimate off-rip.
Ooh, wow. That's interesting. I mean, I like the idea trying to get Mumus caught out, but I almost feel like if you just QR there and then pull it back, because you have to kind of angle yourself in a weird way to get them all to grab the Seraphim, but just not able to find the angle.
Yeah. I mean, Mumus is going to be quite low from that, and I think one of the main advantages right now that Sisters of Loam have in this bot lane is their CS lead. It's 3 kills for Aphelios, but a pretty significant CS lead here for Ascalabos, who is just not letting up this pressure.
Yeah, he's actually still up in gold right now.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
We are going to see a skirmish coming here in the mid lane. Gravity, well, going to find Wolfio, but Shockwave finds Kuut Patawe. Whoa, God, I'm not going to be able to say that name. Schmitty in the Chaos
Say
Storm.
Victor, it's fine.
I, as a point of pride, like to pronounce everyone's names.
Potato. I don't know.
Like I like to say that if
Victor.
anyone has numbers in their names, I like to say the whole number.
I like when someone's name is just numbers. So you kind of like have to say the full string of numbers.
Do you say each number one by one, or do you say like 2,462?
Honestly, I feel like saying it like that is so much funnier.
It's so much fun.
Like you know the Pro Player 369?
Mm-hmm. 369.
What if it said like 369?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's his real name. Everyone's just been mispronouncing it.
That's his legal name.
Yeah.
When he shows his ID to get the visa, 369.
Yeah. Okay, we already see Bear going all out
300?
again. Flash forward. Bear really wants this, but Motsas going to flash away. Bear.
Yeah, and that's kind of how this matchup goes because Ornn and Cassandra... Like,
bubble lands. Here comes the tidal wave. Mumus is going to be just absolutely deleted.
Ooh, but a bunch of chakrams are available from Jolston. Does not have Moonlight Vigil, but Ascalabos does need to be careful because Aphelios, you make one wrong step and you're in a world of hurt.
An absolute world of hurt. Now the chakrams have fallen off. Makes Aphelios a lot less scary. Low mana here for Ascalabos, but they just want to push that wave in, and they're going to get that reset. I mean, this Zaya looks scary.
Yes. Very scary. One
Oh.
interesting thing to note that
Sorry, go ahead. I think you might be saying what I'm about to say.
yes, are we talking about a build?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that kind of like build up like Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies is hopefully they let me finish my statement here. But they have a ton of shields. So what did Wolfio opt for? First item Serpent's Fang.
First item Serpent's Fang is unhinged from Wolfio.
That is wild.
I mean, it does make a ton of sense. Ivern is the
it does.
single shield champion in the game. He provides the most single person shielding possible.
They got a grub. I think they got a grub.
Yes. So Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies got a grub. And then Sisters of the Loam came in with a very tight formation, very clean, and they're going to be able to clean those up. So currently, as we stand, if I'm not incorrect, it's one Drake for the party bus, and it's one set of grubs for the side of... Now, I actually don't know who won Warfare.
Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies did.
Okay.
Because remember, the Apollo's got the all three kills outside.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All at the same time. Crazy. Okay, so the pressure is on the Sisters of the Loam right now for first turret, and they have to get all the neutral objectives. Right now, it's 1-1 neutrals.
Yes, and right now, the other big thing that they're under pressure about is all these lanes. Again, you have good CS lanes, bot lane, mid lane's kind of even, but top lane's down a good amount of CS, and Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies laners, I feel like, scaled really well.
Yeah, they do. They scale quite well. The Aphelios, like we said, the downside, not that strong early, but a late game Aphelios will crush you. We do see Ascolobos here doing a ton of damage to Jolston, but here comes Kuwu, Potato, and Jethy. Wolfio going to be a little bit of trouble. A huge Seraphine ult coming from over the wall, going to be able to tag up Lunari. He's going to be deleted off of this map, and it looks like the party bus full of baddies are going to be able to pick up their second Drake. But I don't think they're ready to give it up. They lost their support, but they have a Command Shockwave. The Command Shockwave is going to go out. It's going to do a lot of damage to Moo-Moos. Wolfio's looking for that reset. Redemption going to come out. Redemption.
No follow-up. Yeah, there's no redemption available. You'd have you have Seraphins kind of CC.
Oh, Root coming out from Jolston now has red-white. There's the red Q. It is absolutely shredding. There goes the Moonlight Vigil. Picks up a ton of chakrams. However, that did allow the Sisters of Loam to start getting the Drake. They are actively on the Drake, and they are going to take it away as they try and focus down Motsauce here. But Motsauce is a big, tanky boy, so Sisters of the Loam successfully heist the dragon.
Yeah, they heist the dragon, but I feel like if you're Mr. Chedda's party bus, you're like 1,000,000% okay with that. Because you're picking up another kill onto your Aphelios. Aphelios now is, again, maintains pace with this Xayah here, and also, Bear just picks up like a billion CS top lane, and he'll get some plates for it. So the actual gold trade that you're making there, in terms of the stats from Ocean Drake, for all this gold that you're getting onto these carries, is actually pretty massive.
Yeah. Now we are going to see Bear potentially in a little bit of trouble here. Is Cassante, so will be unstoppable. Knocks back Wolfio. That is going to successfully dissuade the gank.
Yeah, good use of the W. Still had the all-out if he needed to blow it to potentially get out of here. Now, the other thing that is important to note, this bot lane turret is falling really low here right now, so...
Ooh, a Root underneath the turret going to force out the Featherstorm. And now here comes Kuwu, Potato, and Jethy. Not going to hit the Redemption, but it doesn't matter. Daisy's on the field. Gravity Storm. Oh my goodness! Feather Collar, but it doesn't matter. Daisy is unstoppable. Lunari's going to be able to run away. Does get rooted up underneath the turret. Won't matter. But I think they're going to get a lot of turret damage down here on this turret. His teleport's going mid to help defend that turret. It might actually mean that Mr. Chedda's party bus are going to be able to get first turret as Lunari gets stunned up under turret by Moo-Moos. Taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, just trying to break this first turret to dissuade them
from
getting...
there it goes! Moo-Moos finds it!
Yeah, good idea there from Lunari to try and protect the turret, you know, save the feats, but just not able to do it. And right now, Mr. Chedda's party bus is taking it, like, really taking it to the top team in Financial.
Yeah. Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies are showing us that they can roll up and party. 3 to 8, 2K gold lead. They have feats, so they will be getting the improved boots and the option to buy units. Also, thank you, Rain Gaming TTVV, for reminding me that Xayah Z is called Blade Collar. I think I'm calling it Feather Collar or something. Mid tower is going to go down here in favor of Sisters of the Loam.
I don't give a shit. She's a bird. They're feathers. Feather collar.
Seraphine Q just got buffed. Yeah, someone in chat want to just type out the patch notes because I haven't read them yet.
Yeah, can someone like copy the entire patch notes, like with like the flavor text and all?
And just see what that like. Don't edit it.
Yeah.
Just like put it in chat and see what it looks like.
Honestly, I need someone to put like all of Riot's like code.
Just the entirety of the code for the League client. Sammy, you can borrow the count this weekend. I don't need him. Well, I actually might need him at like 5 p.m. on Sunday. You can get him back to me.
Oh, is that when you guys play Baccarat?
We usually do Mahjong.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now that makes sense.
We are going to see this Herald being started up here by the party bus, as they have brought the entire bus to the party, but here comes the tidal wave. Wolfio going to be on the flank, is going to be able to find Moomoo's. Can they get the first reset? Huge charm comes through. Moomoo's going to be living for now in the back line. Bear has done a kidnapping, but here comes Wolfio, is able to get one reset. Jolston is desperately trying to get the kill down, but that's another reset, and Wolfio is going crazy. Bear is left, as is Kawoot Potato, but will fall. It is a quadra kill for Wolfio. And can you check me the numbers on that Serpent's Fang?
My good Serpent's Fang has only reduced 400 shielding, but you can't reduce shields when you just kill them.
True.
And that's like exactly what he did. I mean, that is exactly what you need from Viego, right? It's just Orin Viego, just walk up to Moomoo's, say, this is the easiest target. Let's kill her. Get the first kill, start rampaging through everyone. And I want to say, like, the Victor and Bear, I didn't really see them in that fight, but I feel like as soon as you see that Viego go on Seraphine, you have to turn and kill the Viego.
Once Viego tries to go on that backline, you have to protect your backline.
100%. 100%. That's what your comp wants to do. Your comp wants to protect this Aphelios, protect this Victor.
And I'm curious, because in the moment I didn't see when Bear's ult went off, because it could have been right as Viego was accessing the backline. Bear dove into the backline of the enemy team. And so it was just a little bit of a misconstrued, a little bit of an unfortunate
fight has a full Triforce right now, by the way.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah,
that's a lot of gold.
Yeah, he is pretty strong.
2K! 2K! I mean, that's almost the entire gold swing we just saw there. It's more than.
Yeah. Daisy is going to be called down here. Yeah. Nice knockup.
We find a knockup. Here comes the Ornhorn. Bear is going to find access onto the team, but is starting to get shredded. You're not immune to damage despite being a tank. See the Chaos Storm going through, but it's not going to find a kill and get that expanded, improved form. So that's
but he creates just enough space where the Chaos Storm is able to do enough. Now the front line just is...
Bear's going to be down. Going in. Wolfio going to find a reset. Will be stunned. They can't get him down before it. Now Wolfio going forward.
Knockup.
Let's take him. Mums going to be taken down. Shockwave onto the back line. Jolston and Jethy going to be caught up. And the team fighting machine eating their microplastics. They're going to get all the dirt they want. The Sisters of the Loam are going to take this Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, and it looked so good for a start for the moment because Bear just went in, soaked a bunch of damage, and was able to get out. And the Victor Chaos Storm, with all that kind of AoE damage, really did a ton of work. But there wasn't a re-engage from Mr. Chedda Party's bus full of baddies. And so then Wolfio, once again, just picked up a kill. Someone overstepped. They punished them. And then the snowball happened.
Yeah, I can see why Sisters of the Loam are on top in Financial right now. Their team fighting is so incredibly... Ooh! A little bit of a sneak there. Is so incredibly clean. It is amazing to watch. Viego now sitting on 3 items. Xayah sitting on 2 complete items. This is scary.
Yeah, and because everything looked so well, but that's the thing when you play into these champs like Viego, like an Oriana, it just takes one mistake, one bad click, one misstep, and you're dead.
Yeah. And it really goes to show the patience that Sisters of the Loam have. I think that might be the key differentiating factor here for me between them and Mr. Chedda's Party Bus. I think Mr. Chedda's Party Bus are just trying to go a little bit too quickly. Now, there might be map pressures I'm not aware of that are causing them to go a little bit more quickly. Waves might be in a slightly worse state for them. I'm not actually 100% sure.
Yeah, and that's the Otacon now going over to the side, and it is the level 1, so not going to get any cheesy revives. Mod Sauce, thankfully though, he is orange, so I'm just going to walk this one out.
Yeah, just be like, okay, I'm a mountain. I will leave. Or bigger than a mountain? I forget. Is Orin supposed to be bigger or smaller than Malphite?
I mean, he's not even as big as Daisy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but that's in-game. Oh, huge tidal wave there! Jolston going to be found by their arch nemesis there in the bot lane, Askalobos. Take him down.
Yeah, again, just a really good play. These bot lane has been super aggressive all day long, but Lenari might get caught out here. Does not get stunned.
Yeah, Wolfio, here to support now. Looking
You do have the Orange.
like it's just going to go back to holding waves for now. Next objective is going to be Drake, followed by Baron spawning shortly after it. Let's take a peek at the overall gold here. So, 3k gold lead here for the Viego.
A lot of gold in Viego.
Bear has a little bit of a gold lead in the top lane. Kawoot Potato. Oh, there we go. Shockwave, but Jethy going to be flash out of the Viego. That is absolutely critical.
Yeah, where's the follow-up? Oh, Askalobos!
Going quite low. Nothing going to happen just yet, but health bars are slashed across the board.
Yeah, and a really good play there. Like from both teams, from honestly from Mr. Chedda's Party Bus, I was about to say both teams, but being able to take that fight and then get out, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's a bad fight, and no one falling there, and being able to get Zyar. Of course, you didn't blow any flashes, which I think is a little bit disappointing if you're the side of Mr. Chedda's Party Bus. But hey, it's not the end of the world. We can just take a deep breath and look to fight this next fight, or maybe find a pick, find something to give you a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, having the flash burn on Jethy means you can't do that exact thing again, but you are going to be relatively okay. And I don't think Mr. Chedda's Party Bus full of baddies are out of this by any means. There's a 3k gold difference, 3.7. We've seen the gold go back and forth in this game. As we've discussed, Ophelio scales quite well, as does the Ivern, as does the Victor, as you were talking about. As does, I imagine, Cassante and Seraphine. So, really, there's a lot of strength here. We are going to see Askalobos doing quite a bit of damage to Jethy there. Ooh.
That was a little bit of damage from that Zaya there. But it's also important to note too, like the one thing that's kind of a byproduct of these games is, my goodness,
Who is Chase?
another rat. I'm being asked to glaze everyone on the Rat Lords.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I have enough.
Because
I know
they
exactly
can make you
what it
because
is.
you're on stream. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See, so like normally, if I was being like pedantic, I would just tell the person I'm complimenting that like go watch the other stream that you made me compliment you, which I might still do, because like nothing changed. Like he's still an excellent player with a good champ pool. He's incredibly aggressive when he needs to be. I think he takes criticism pretty well, and he's really coachable, which I really do like.
How's his singing voice?
I think I don't know. I'll be honest. I haven't heard him sing. I don't know if I want to hear him sing.
For sure.
But he's a very strong player. I'm very happy we were able to retain him. And for the rest of the compliment, go watch the other stream you made me compliment you on. I don't know.
There's only so many nice things to say. Only so many words.
Yeah, like I come on, guys.
All right. Well, taking stock of this game, we are still at an approximately. Oh, it's gone down to around 3K actually. For Sisters of the Loam and their gold advantage, they did just pick up an Infernal Drake, their third Drake of the game, so it does put them on the soul point. Wolfio gonna be here to look at Bear. Unstoppable. Here comes the Ornhorn. Ult gonna be used from Wolfio. Now also goes unstoppable for the Ornhorn. That's really strong, but nice! I'm assuming that was a crit. Because the health bar just kind of went goodbye, and Wolfio's gonna be able to pick up Bear.
Yeah, and that's probably gonna be the Baron, because that's the big front liner when Mr. Chedda's party bus down. Baron played that just about as good as he possibly could have. Trying to dodge out on everything, but Lunari
just dodges everything. And the Baron gets absolutely shredded to bits. TP now coming in. Orianna moving from the bot lane, looking for this fight. Nice Q going to be found. Good root there from Moo-Moos. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Shockwave would have killed. I don't know if that's a good use of Shockwave, but Shockwave would have killed.
Yeah, but like the aura.
Yeah, gotta do it for the aura.
Yeah. Like, half of League of Legends is like, farming and playing the game and like making good rotation. The other half is just aura farming.
I'm taking notes right now. Got some wisdom.
Yeah. Like inside of you, there's like two wolves, right? Like, what role do you play football? You play jungle, right?
I play jungle. Yeah.
Yeah. So every person has two wolves, right? The first wolf is
Ascalobo's gonna be in a little bit of trouble here. Gets rooted up, cleansed. I believe that was the Mikhail's Crucible.
Did still have the Feather Call, so if that Encore would have hit, could potentially gotten out.
And Wolfio potentially going to be in a little bit of trouble in the jungle. Use the ultimate to try and escape, but Bear drags them.
That was complete bullshit, I'm not gonna lie. That looked like complete bullshit.
Oh, Justin! Justin! Almost getting one shot! Uses the Sephira Moonlight Vigil to stay alive! Whoa! Quick thinking there.
Great stuff there from Justin to try and stay alive here as Bear. Remember, no all out, but able to put the matzo sauce back. Anyways, like I was saying, with the two wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the first wolf is like, I have to play for my team. I've got to pick, like, Sejuani or Maokai. I've got to be the engage.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the other wolf is like, I'm picking Warwick, and I'm just fighting them. If I lose the game at 3 minutes, it'll be worth it.
Now, do you know that my highest mastery champ is Warwick, or is that just a blind shot?
I do know your highest mastery.
Are we going to see Orin getting a knock up here onto Bear? Oh, doesn't just barely times out the brittle proc.
Yeah, good stuff. Matzo takes 3 turret shots to the face, but again, he is orange, so he will be fine here.
Okay, serious talk here, Silver Spade. I have considered doing Pancake Camp. I have the equipment. I have an electric griddle that I can bring out and I can put up to get Pancake Camp going. But there's got to be, we got to hit some kind of milestone, some kind of hallmark. Maybe it's like a charity stream thing. I don't know.
Wait, Popo, new idea.
Okay.
We're like brainstorming. This is like the boardroom meeting too for like ideas. If I start streaming, I stream on Tuesdays, and I move my PC setup into my kitchen, right?
Okay.
And I do Taco Tuesdays.
Whoa! You make full tacos?
I can make full tacos.
What happens
fish
if
tacos, chicken tacos,
what happens
tacos?
if you end up making like 80 tacos? How are you going to eat
lunch,
all of those?
I got lunch for work next day.
You eat 80 tacos one day.
Well, I wouldn't eat them in one. I'd have like 40 on that night, and then 40 and
40 for breakfast, and then you needed another 40 for lunch.
Well, like it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm making like, a standard taco. Like I can make like breakfast tacos or like, you know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, hey, more power to you if you want to do Taco Tuesday. Is it Taco Tuesday, Waffle Wednesday? And then we got
Twisted Tea Thursday.
We just make Buggle and the Chance stream on Thursdays, but they
have to drink Twisted Buggle and Evdingus.
Oh, I guess we know who's casting on Thursdays now. Sorry to everyone else.
Sorry, everyone.
I guess it's just we've got a schedule now.
LBLCS is going corporate, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Waffle Maker sponsorship. We got Twisted Tea Thursdays. Oh my goodness. Majestic Jim's like, you can eat 5 an hour. So true.
5 tacos per hour. Hmm. All right. That
Anyways, enough yapping about.
now technically, the grill that I have, it can do pancakes, but it's for raclette. Anyone in chat know what raclette is?
That sounds Greek to me, dude.
It's German or Swiss, depending on who you ask, or like Swiss German. I think
Oh, nice.
it's probably German in origin, but you know. Yeah, you melt cheese. You just melt cheese on shit. It's so good. Uh. Yeah, we can have a raclette stream.
Or raclette? Yeah, but like, there's no day of the week for like raclette.
Saturday.
Okay.
Raclette. Nah, that don't work. That's nothing.
We'll workshop.
Oh my god, Jeffy. Woo!
Jeffy
Wolfio one-shots Jeffy. And there goes the command shockwave.
Oh my goodness!
Going to get taken out. The Infernal Soul doing so much work here for the Sisters of the
They got
Loam.
Infernal Soul. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they played it well. They formed up their battle lines. And they just took the dragon.
Chase, it is not bear facts because obviously bear is in game. Or you're doing soil health facts.
Yeah, you gotta give us schmeckles if you want.
Yeah, you have to give us
facts.
schmeckles though. Like you can't like we're not doing it for free.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a charity, dude.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness!
Jolston just barely staying alive, but Bear gonna be on the receiving end now. It is a 10k gold lead here for the Sisters of the Loam as they're looking to close this one out. Kuwu Potato drops the storm, but the Feather Storm's going to mean that they're going to be A-OK. Bear going in, looking to do something. A huge Blade Caller. It's going to one-shot Jeffy. Wolfio going to pick him up in the back line. Jolston going to be the last line of defense. And the Sisters of the Loam will wipe Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies off the map. Take down the first game.
Yeah, it started really well. As we do have a redeemed bear fact, but so this will be a soil health fact. As part of the agreement me and Popova made before the stream. But really, really good team fighting from the side of Sisters of the Loam. And then once they kind of seized control of this game, I mean, they put their foot down on the gas. I mean, it was a stranglehold type of game. Stranglehold of XP, stranglehold of gold. All the gold went into the right spots, and overall, good fighting from the side of Sisters of the Loam.
Yeah, I mean, critically good team fighting is what I would say. Like,
100%.
It was just so impressive to watch them around those Drake fights turn the 2k gold deficit into a 4k gold lead. That has to be, if I'm in the financial league and I'm watching this game right now, that is my takeaway. I'm saying the Sisters of the Loam will turn me into mulch if I go to team fight them. So I've either got to bring my A game, have an ace in the hole, or play sides. Because going head to head in a team fight with the Sisters of the Loam seems like an insane proposition.
So yeah, 100%. And like, keep in mind, like they walked into that fight. Aphelios was like 4-0 or like 4-1. Diego had 0 kills, right? And they just completely wiped him. Like Wolfie picked up 1 kill, it then led to a quadra kill, and then the game was over. Essentially, like that's quite literally how the game felt. You know what I mean? And so, like, if you're the side of Mr. Chedda's party bus, like, you have to look at that game from like, okay, our draft strategy was not bad. We just need to make like a couple of adjustments, right? Like, we can't. I feel like you can't opt fully for like a, peel back and like have no real way to start a fight because as you saw in that last game, like if the other team is ahead, they're like, okay, we don't really care. Like, go ahead, come try and fight us. So
So I'm looking at a beautiful diagram right now.
okay,
Um, so for those of you who want to know, loam, by definition, its composition is approximately 40% sand, 40% silt, and 20% clay.
okay.
But you can have different proportions of these things that will cause it to be defined as something else. So you are only like true clay, silt, or sand if you're really, really close to pure on that diagram. Otherwise, you're in loam territory. And there's different
Is this like
categories
a
of loam.
soil diagram?
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna send you this soil diagram because this
Oh
thing's
yeah,
honestly
please send me this.
lit.
Dude, me and Propova's DMs are like just the funniest.
They're the honestly today, especially 10 out of 10.
The whole honestly, why is Sister of the Loam logo that? Why isn't it just this?
True. I'll make a petition.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be messaging their captain.
Um. Well. Wait. Huh?
Anyways, enough
Oh, someone
soil
paid out the
facts.
prediction. Nice. Oh,
Look at the mods.
One seer was a big winner here, huh? I
Mm,
see
ad,
you.
admins betting on games? Hmm,
More common than you might
interesting.
think.
True. I wonder if Roger Goodell bets on NFL games.
Thank you, Arucha, for paying out those bets. I hit the slash prediction and normally it pulls up like close out the bet, and it didn't, and I did a little double take. Yo, Bears level 949. Yeesh.
I'm level 935. Yeah, all I do is play. My Xbox 360 controller broke, so I can't play NCAA 14. So,
Keep it broken. Focus on what matters.
yeah, yeah. What the LP in League of Legends?
Yep.
Actually, I'm playing a mobile baseball game from 2016 right now. That's like my new game right now.
Mm. Mobile
I'm playing
baseball
as
game.
I'm playing as the Houston Astros. We're currently like 22-4.
22-4. That's why'd you lose
Pretty
four
good.
times?
Well, baseball's a fun sport where you could have like the best team ever, and like sometimes you just like can't hit.
I know nothing about baseball.
So with my job, what I do, I'm what's called a sports information director,
Oh,
and so
cool.
I'm responsible for like the coverage and the media content of a bunch of college athletics teams, and one of my sports has been baseball. And so I used to be a guy where like, okay, I kind of know like a little bit about baseball, but I really don't know. And like after spending about half the season, I cannot pull up the copy pasta that has been dawned upon me about cussing. I fucking love baseball. Like it's so
Holy.
fun.
Okay, favorite niche baseball fact that even the like average baseball fan wouldn't know.
So my favorite niche baseball fact I like to tell to non-baseball people is that baseball can technically never end.
Is that like
You
I
can
heard? Okay, hang on. This is a complete tangent, but it's where my brain's going. So I'm going to ask that you just deal with it. I
Yep.
heard that there is a secret set of rules for the NHL if they go into overtime that are like sealed in an envelope. Do you know if this is
I
true?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know because the hockey is like the one of my like least followed sports.
Okay.
Like I don't follow hockey that
Can
much.
anyone in chat let me know?
I was gonna say
Are there
I live in
secret
South
hockey
Texas, dude.
rules?
I live in South Texas, dude. I Hockey
Yeah,
is like
that's
the
fair
last
enough.
thing we should be. Hockey's like the last thing we should be worrying about.
I grew up in Michigan, so quite,
Yeah. Actually, my assistant's from Michigan.
nice. Yo, EJK9, thank you for the sub. If you're new here,
Thanks,
here's what you're
Duo.
going to do. You're going to go to the Denny's in Vermont. There's only one of them left. Talk to our buddy Todd. Pancakes are on us. Everything else costs double. That's just how it works.
Thank you, Duo. I I believe that's Duolingo, Al.
Oh, Duo? Yo, Duo, you'd be so fucking proud of me. I have like a 400-day Duolingo streak, okay? I'm cooking
Dude,
over here.
yeah, honestly, I'm supporting the Fallen. Rip Duolingo, Al.
True.
The
The
NHL
NHL
thing is
thing? No! That was cool! They should just do it.
Pork chop, why didn't you just like lie and be like, yeah, they bring it down like a ritual with like lit torches. They like turn off all the lights in the stadium and they like walk them out with torches.
Yeah, honestly, give me some torches. Give me some secret rules.
Joey mid-flight asking how much they want to bet. Honestly, bet the house.
Bet the
Put a
house.
mortgage down. Put a mortgage down.
Reverse mortgage, even.
Reverse mortgage. Honestly, wait. This is like a good tangent to go on, right?
Okay.
So like like the United States debt crisis, right?
Oh, sure.
What if we just like took that debt and just put it onto someone? Like we
just
say,
one
like,
per. Oh yeah, I know that. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
Jesus
just
theory.
be like, it's no longer our debt; it's your debt. Good luck. Just think, we're debt free. We don't have any debt.
Jeez. It's the Jesus Christ system of solving your debt issues.
Economists hate this man.
Game 1 went to the Sisters of the Loam. I'm sorry, the unwanted RR. The team fighting went a little bit crazy.
Okay.
Also, there was Can we get a League of Legends translation?
Pickle Hater is asking me to translate for the Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson Indianapolis Colts thing. Okay, so let me put it like this way. So we traded the Rats traded Pickle Hater 77 for Vader Use Choke and got an upgrade. There you go. You can clip that, by the way, chat.
Oh.
Anyways, on to the draft.
Wait, I have important information for everyone. Bear, the captain here for Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies, is 0-3 in rock paper scissors versus financial captains.
Damn. 0-3. Get shit up, Bear. God damn.
That's a rough one, bud. It's a rough one. I don't know what to say.
Just like I don't throw rock like every time.
That's Bear said that they threw rock.
Oh my god! Well, like now that you said you throw rock, you lost the plot. As Sisters of the Loam slamming Bessa. Now this is at least a double flex, potentially a triple flex, because Bessa jungle is, in my opinion, should be very real. Especially against like a lot of power farming type of junglers.
Interesting take. Probably top lane. Could be jungle. Yeah. Honestly, I've seen Bessa mid.
Yeah, that's like the secondary flexes. It is going to be the Garon coming in from Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies. Now, I have heard from my executive CEO captain, Mr. Beamerstick, that he thinks Garen is like very broken. Like very, very broken.
I have a little bit of personal experience with this. I've seen some Garen gameplay that makes me think he's a large issue. You can just go very, very fast. So it's a similar thing to like Quinn, where your split
I just don't understand why his E can crit. I just don't understand why his E can crit.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, true. It's really funny when he can build AD carry items and be better than every AD carry in the game because he's not an AD carry.
Yeah. No, Garen brings a lot of pressure to a game. I think Garen is quite strong right now. Looks like the Sisters of the Loam are going to pick up Bessa. They're going to get the Viego again. Very, very extremely good in game one.
Pop off performance.
Yeah. And thousands and thousands of gold ahead of their counterpart. Gonna grab the Melio as well. I wonder if that is a direct response to the Ash.
Yes, 100%. This is a 100% response to the Ash. Kind of limits the amount of targets you can go for. Also means the AD carry doesn't have to go cleanse. So a really good pickup will also be the Rakan here, which is curious because from from all the supports I've played with, a lot of supports I've really liked the Melio into Rakan matchup because you can kind of messy Rakan out of his R and his W.
I'm so glad you call it messying. That's what it is.
It is. He's messy.
He's messy. He is him.
He's messy. Now, like, when are they gonna add like another champion? When are they gonna add like Mbappe?
I don't know. When are they gonna add Ted Lasso? That's my question.
True. When are we gonna... Wait. Is it like the TF like FIFA World Cup skin? Like, isn't that? Could you count that as Ted Lasso?
I guess yeah. You could.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure they both have like the stash. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. We're going to see a Vayne band coming out from Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies. I mean, Ascalobos, super scary on the Zaya. This time they banned a 280 carries first rotation, 480 carries total. I mean... So
they basically told Ascalobos, your champ pool better be deep, buddy.
You know, that happened to me. My most recent series. They did that to my mid laner. It's a little fucked up.
Mr. Blue Card Hype, don't worry. He'll be receiving 6 mid lane bans when we play.
Oh, no. Forget I said anything. It didn't bother us at all. He's got a champ Ocean. I mean, you can't ban...
I know, dude. That dude is so good. I'm honestly really excited to play him. Like, I haven't played someone like of his caliber, and I'm really excited to play him. Yeah. I'm mid lane for it.
I'll be seeing you.
No, it'll be fun. I'm excited for it. Xin Zhao is going to be locked in here for Mr. Chedda. So a lot more pressure. And a lot more aggressive champions from the side of Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies.
Yeah, and I do like the Xin Zhao pick here especially because what it does is it buys space. And
exactly.
It helps the Ash Kite. It helps remove Viego. If you can R Viego away after he ults in, you're golden.
Oh, okay. All right. This is kind of a throwdown right here. Okay. So I'm pretty sure he picked this because there's like 5 AD carry bans and Ash has been taken away. But like, I love when someone picks a champion and then like you say, you know what, that champion you played, that's a pretty good champion. I'm gonna play it now.
You know, that also happened to me in my series.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out to Perky the Parrot.
Okay, and there's a little... Okay, Mr. Chedda's party bus has done a full 180. They went from we want to kite back and accept your engage and like do all that. Now they're we're just gonna fight you type of comp, and I am here for it.
Yeah, I'm going to open up the prediction early, and I'm going to have it be a long prediction, because I think sometimes we'll see how this goes. So get your schmeckles in, but you got plenty of time. Which team are you more happy to be on?
This game it's a little bit different, because I think I'm a little bit more... I know last game I said I was more happy to be on Mr. Chedda's party bus. But this game, I think I'm really happy to be on Sister the Loam, because I think they have multiple really good ways to pick people and look for fights, but they also have a really good disengage, like two really good disengage tools into what Mr. Chedda wants to do with the I forget what Melio's R's name, the big cleanse ability, of course the messy ability. So
whoa. Someone just put 100,000 schmeckles on Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies.
Holy shit.
Youngster Joey TTV putting it down, saying,
oh my
bring
goodness.
the channel points.
Joey, so like if you lose this, do you like, are you just gonna like call the airline waitress over and just like ask like the entire bottle or something? Like, what's up with that?
Has Never has a bear let me down twice in a row.
Well,
You ruined my money line. Yeah, the return on investment for betting on Mr. Chedda's was looking really good until youngster Joey came in, and I kind of want to bet
from
on
the
this.
house.
I can't.
You're betting on it. You're a
I
caster.
know, I can't, but I want to. I'm expressing my
I'm
desire.
slow rolling my money in LBLCS, right? Like I've invested in like Nvidia stocks, like you know what I mean, like I'm slowly accruing money. It's mostly so
Except
I can
for
make.
right now, it's going down.
Well, you know, they'll release another graphics card and it'll go back up. But anyways, I mostly save up so I can like make my caster friends drink when they're on cast.
Nice.
I'm stunned. I have so many people who in here. I've had 4,000 shekels spent on me glazing people, but no one has made me drink alcohol. You guys like even my friends?
True, and
Like,
we've
what's
only
up
had
with
one
that?
waffle.
Yeah. What the hell, guys?
This is a functional Belgian Cuisinart round double flip waffle maker.
I've had two members of the Rat Lords ask me to glaze them. Like, what are we doing?
I'm sure someone will do waffles once they get their payout.
True.
Seems you left your brave pants at home.
We are going to see the Ambessa
Where's
going
this-
top, just FYI.
What's up?
Ambessa is going to be going top.
Okay.
So it's not,
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting some like heinous stuff like Twisted Fate top lane and best of mid. You could also play Aphelios mid. It's not good. Does 100 bits count for like 5 seconds for Zodiac? And Joey, how do you have more money? You just spent 100 grand on betting. Why not?
Some people are loaded.
Alright, I'll go for the 100 schmeckles Pickle kindly gave to the stream. I'll do 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yep. It's either the full It Takes Two to Tango or every 10 schmeckles is a second. Something good.
Interesting. 428k. Wow. Youngster Joey might be one of the Schmeckle leaders of all time. That's crazy. I know that Cutwire, the player formerly known as Val, is loaded. I'm pretty sure Less Force has a decent amount. I'm nowhere near 400k. I like to spend my schmecks.
I'm sitting at a cool 23,000.
I'm sitting quite comfortably at 172k. But keep in mind, I think I've spent like 250,000 schmeckles on channel point related things over the years.
Oh my goodness. That is like a decent amount of schmeckles.
It's a chunk. Although I have been here for a number of years, so, that's spread out over time.
Yeah. I mean, you've been like here for a long time in LBLCS, haven't you?
I started in season 6. So
I started in season 10.
yeah.
was in
I
here
still
before,
feel
right?
like I am like a youngster LBLCS wise, not like age wise, just like seniority.
Not age-wise is crazy.
Well, I don't know.
Alright,
The average
someone-
league player is getting kind of old, aren't they?
That is true. Because I think it's like hard for like new people like really pick up League because it's like it's not super like fast paced and there's not a lot of games that you play early on in your life to where the skills translate.
Yeah, the tutorial don't help either at Riot Games.
You're playing Misfortune and it's like, all right, good luck.
Yeah, have one Darius game.
Yeah, like okay, your first game of training, Misfortune. Load into your first actual game. Someone picks Ambessa.
Yeah, there should be like you have to like watch a lecture and like read a textbook on like what each champ does.
Actually,
And then you
it's like
need
an
to do,
intro.
like, a-
It's like an intro college course.
You got to do a reading comprehension check. At the end.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of those. You ever have to do a safety training?
Yes.
It's like that.
Many times.
They do like a sanity check at the end. Make sure you read the whole thing.
Sandy check. Anyways, Joey did redeem a bear fact with Bear. Sadly, Bear is in the game, so you won't be getting a bear facts, but you'll be getting some fun facts about soil health.
Or
So
do you want to do fun facts about the word loam?
honestly, I like that more.
Because apparently, listen, I'm just straight up on the Wikipedia page for loam right now, but there's a disambiguation of loam post and beam construction is a form of timber framing that's used in what looks like more Western European styles. That does use rammed earth, which might be where the word comes from. But is unrelated otherwise to the soil texture.
Damn. That's a lot of words.
Alright, I am in. I am at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay. Pause. I'm at 4, 5,
Oh.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
17,
We start to Christopher
18.
Walken.
Yeah, I was at 18, so should be.
Okay. Should be good now.
Yep. Should be good to go. Get us nice and zoomed out.
I got to hold on. Richa offered to chug with me, so I'm gonna be chugging. Hold on, let me respond to her really quick.
I don't have like any alcohol in my house.
With my job? Shit.
For a moment, I thought I'd broken.
Never lost a fair game. Play one. Cheaters just a fancy word for winner.
Cheaters, just a fancy word for winner.
Fair game.
Huh. That is one of the more clear voice lines I've ever heard coming out.
Tell that to the people who hate on the Astros. Yeah, if you don't know, the Houston Astros, I guess my hometown team, were accused of cheating in the. Well, I guess not accused. They were caught cheating during the 2017 World Series.
But like, how much cheating?
Well, so they had a camera that would steal like the pitch signs. So like in baseball, like the person who catches the ball from the pitcher will sign to the pitcher like what pitch to throw.
Bums does not find the knockup here, but we do have level 1 Ash. They are going to be in the wave. This is going to be a little bit dangerous. Mum's taking about half their health bar here.
Yeah, just good overall trade. Again, I feel like level 1 is not the greatest, but if you kind of walk into his caliber range, he can be pretty scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I was saying, I'm trying to finish this story up quick. So essentially, they would steal the signs from the catcher, like the guy who catches the pitcher's ball.
Yeah.
Because the pitcher will like sign what pitch to throw. Like he'll do like a throw down to 2 or like make a little hand signal or whatever, right? So the Astros would have a camera in their outfield that got the signs, and so they knew what pitch was coming, and so they would bang on a trash can in the dugout to tell the batter what pitch was coming.
That's crazy. Morse code from the trash can in the dugout.
And like, stealing signs is a normal part of the game, but it's the fact that
forced to flash away there.
It's the fact that they had the advantage in their home arena and the opponents did not have access to it.
Sure.
That was the main thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I think there was something similar that happened in college football. We're going to see a knock-up here from Mumu's and a turret shot onto Ascolobos. Ascolobos is going to be pretty cozy in that campfire as Mumu is going to take a chunk of damage. But Jolston, lots of return fire there onto Lunari.
Yeah, Lunari does need to be a little bit careful here. Good trade back from Jolston, but Ascolobos and Lunari should be fine in their lane again. They are relatively safe into this lane, especially because now Wolfio gets rounds down here.
Bear getting really, really low in this top lane matchup. I guess that's the weakness of the Garen. Early game, it's a little bit less strong. I do think it scales incredibly well.
Yeah, keep in mind, there is also the Ignite on Bear, so he is picking to try and just win this
But
lane.
we are going to see gank going top, gank going mid, W away for Kuwoot Potato O, and it looks like Mott Sauce was able to dodge the gank as well.
Yeah, good job from...
Oh, wait.
Good job from...
Jethy's in trouble. Mott Sauce has the ward. First blood goes over to Mott Sauce for the Sisters of the Loam. Schmitty going to be able to find a gold card there. Onto Kuwoot Potato O. Now Jethy might be in a little bit of trouble as Wolf Yo goes in. Going to find one stun, but they're going to dive back onto Schmitty. Schmitty gets taken out. Now Jethy potentially going to be in a little bit of trouble as the reset looks to go through. Is going to be found by Wolf Yo. We're going to snap back to the bot lane here as we're going to see Moomoo's taking that Calibrum damage. Double root down there for Askalobos. But Moomoo's, no fear. Going straight back in.
He's trying to get the shield off, gets the heal off for Jolston, but that's one of the worst things that could have happened for Bear in this lane. I mean, you not only get solo kill, but the wave is pushing into your turret and you don't have TP, so you're not really able to... You don't really have this ability to like TP back and catch a large portion of the wave. Now the wave's going to start bouncing back into Mbessa, who already kind of has who trying to navigate this early game really well into this Garen. So overall, and a really good fight too in that river. Wolfie picks up a kill for themselves. Jethy does get one back, but overall, really good stuff.
Yeah, and just trying to keep track of our feats here. One more kill will mean that Sisters of the Loam do claim the feat of Warfare. They are also currently about 1,000 gold up from the kill and from farm differentials across the board. Youngster Joey says, did I just bet on the next 09 Bear game?
Well,
Even if Garen goes 09, I do think Garen is still useful.
I also think, like, it was 50-50 odds, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he either was or he wasn't. Like, everything's really a 50-50 when you think about it.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
either win or you lose every game.
I mean? Exactly. Or, like, not even that. Like, okay. Like, for example, is Kuwoot Potato O gonna solo kill Schmitty here? He either will or he won't.
Chance.
Exactly.
We're going to see another gank coming out here from Jethy trying to help out Bear here in this top lane. Mott Sauce does have the ultimate. Has to be careful. Three Talon Strike not quite going to land. Here comes Fate's Call. Destiny. Destiny. There goes the gold card. There goes the ultimate. Going to be on to Bear. Bear now hitting 6. Mossy Injustice is available, but Schmitty's up here with a cozy campfire.
Remember, that does get the range increase.
Quite going to be able to find it. Bear's going to be able to live, and now Moomoo's has made their way up here as well. Skirmish around these grubs. Neither team wants to give.
Yeah, trying to look for it. Bear kind of has to stay up here. Remember, no TP is available for him.
But Smite and Garen is a lot of damage.
Yeah, Bear is just going to try and reset here, so this looks like it will be...
Yeah, first scrubs.
Side.
I think they don't want to give over Warfare, so they say, okay, we can give over one neutral objective, and we can set up for the Drake. But I think that Sisters of the Loam are doing a good job of showing, hey, this is how you deal with Garen.
No, yeah, 100%. I mean, the ability just to survive the early part of this lane from Mott Sauce and not fall into the trap of I have to constantly fight this Garen and taking some really good trades for themselves. Again, does have that grasp of that might be a large portion of why these early game trades are going well. As Schmitty on this TF. Again, even in farm, but again with TF, you're not really even because he is getting extra gold for every CS killed.
Which, totally fair.
Yeah, 100% fair. 100% balanced, by the way. 100% balanced. He has like one of the single best wave clear abilities in the game, and also gets extra gold for killing all those minions he kills.
We are going to see Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies starting up this Windrake. Askalobos, though, has the red-white. Moomoo's going to be taking a lot of damage. However, there goes the Ashar. But the Cozy Campfire is keeping Askalobos quite healthy.
Yeah, that's the power of this Milio. I mean, just the ability just to throw the shields and the Cozy Campfire on this Baddies, not even level 6. Tanks, they kind of just enchanted Crystal Arrow to the face, and it just doesn't matter. as the Sisters of the Loam navigating this early game a lot better than they did in game one.
Yeah. Sisters of the Loam last game came back through their incredible team fighting. This game, they are getting ahead through their careful and considerate macro rotations and plays. They have that powerful Twisted Fate ultimate that proved crucial in terms of the top lane skirmish, and they're using it quite well. And they're just rotating well, to be frank.
No, yeah, they are rotating very well here. They're all moving together as a unit. Barrett's trying to get this lane underneath, trying to get his lane to reset here.
Has
Will
almost
eventually
entirely caught up in CS.
Yes, that which is really dumb. But like, whatever.
No, not a good job by Bear. Oh, flash away.
Oh, he needs it. The public execution is available. But Matsas doesn't need to be worried about the Garinar combo.
Garinar combo with Jethy, who has made their way up to the top lane here, so I think we are going to snap. Here comes the Xin Zhao. When becomes lightning is going to land, but there comes Destiny. However, Three Talon Strike might be able to land. There goes the public execution, but lots of damage, and that is Demacian Justice raining down from the skies. The point and click ability, as here comes Kuwut Potato-O. Oh, claim defeat of Warfare, just barely getting Jethy down. Jethy almost able to live. Now Wolfio doing a lot of damage using the ultimate resets. Wolfio, an absolute menace on Viego.
Yeah, this is the power of this Twisted Fate, man. It forces Kuwuti Potato-O to TP up there to try and respond to the play, and now he has this TP mid lane, so he's able to shove out this wave, but he also picks up all that gold for himself and Wolfio. So really good stuff. Again, like you point out, it's great rotations around the map.
Yeah, and about a 1k gold lead here for Schmitty in the mid lane. Jethy to come in here, as is Mumu's. Ashalt not quite going to hit. Good run down.
The Recon Charm could have been blown there, but the yellow card might have just come out from Twisted Fate to stop Mumu's in their tracks. So good restraint there from the side of Miss Chedda's party bus full of baddies to, not like feel so overeager that they need to go for their play like that.
Lots of damage there. Coming out from the mid laner Wolfio. Going to be available. Mumu's. Nice charm. But it is, again, going to be a 4 versus 4 dance around the grubs.
Yeah, and that's where Con Charm used, and that's a big engage tool down. So Lenari is just able to walk up spot Mumu's, not really let him engage on this Recon.
Yeah, and careful, considerate rotations yet again bring the Sisters of the Loam full grubs this game. So that is going to be 3 neutral objectives. That is going to be feats of warfare claimed, or feats in general. The feat of warfare, I think, is the kills. I think it's just feats in general.
Yes, feats of warfare is the kills. Feats of monster slaying now goes over them. So that is also the feats.
Deletion coming out here. Lunari gonna be alive for now. Looking to kite it out. Kuwut Potato-O just does not quite have the damage. Mumu's gonna be in trouble. Gonna be able to dash to Jethy there. Yellow card comes out. Okay. You're a sports analyst, right?
I do work in sports, yes.
Okay. Why? Demacian just... Ooh! Mott Sauce almost getting taken
close.
out. Bear did have Ignite there.
Oh, Bear.
It is called... Yeah, it is called Demacian Justice. Woo! Okay. Just making sure I'm not leading y'all astray. Why is the yellow card the one that stuns when the red card is worst? And what on earth is a blue card in soccer?
Well, okay, so a blue card doesn't exist. That's just doesn't exist.
Dang.
In terms of why League of Legends decided that the red card would slow and the yellow card would stun whenever Twisted Fate has a soccer skin, I don't know. I mean, okay, this is the company that released $500 gacha skins. So
true.
You know.
Okay, so if you were to pick something for a blue card to be in soccer, what would it be?
I don't know, like public execution at center field.
Okay, so it's much worse than a red card.
Like I don't know, like what. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really watch soccer that much. DF is just trying to play Uno, but he lost all of his green cards. I mean, that's
Dang.
that's valid, honestly.
Go fish. We already see a big engage here. Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds its way onto Ascolobos, but in the backline, Wolfio's doing what they do best. Jethy going incredibly low, but does manage to find the takedown, and that's so much healing. But here comes the public execution from the backside. It's so much damage from Mbessa. It looked so good for Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies, but here comes the Destiny onto the back line. There comes Mott Sauce and the Sisters of the Loam clean up the fight. Bear has no teleport, cannot get there. Will likely trade the top turret for this dragon.
It looked so good for the start for Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies, but the TP from Moss Sauce into the public execution was just incredible from the side of Sisters of the Loam. And they blew up, the Aphelios and the Viego, but again, those are the fights you kind of have to take. It's a losing fight once you commit so much, but again, you don't have the Garen. Garen is just split pushing right now, trying to catch back gold. Actually, ahead in gold by just a little bit on this Mbessa, so call it even right now.
Yeah. I mean, that is going to be scary for Sisters of the Loam moving forward here. The Garen has scaled. Bear has plenty of funds to do what Bear wants to do here on this Garen. And they're going to be able to be an absolute menace in the side lanes, has rotated bots, so they can try and take down that outer turret. Will be interesting to see, because it looks like it's going to be the Twisted Fate versus the Garen in the side lane, and I'm not sure how that turns out.
Yeah, and speaking of scaling, TF's at 2 items.
True,
Like,
there goes the Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto Lunari, pops the Cozy Campfire, but a nice 3 Talon Strike's going to mean that Lunari ends up falling. Wolfio not quite able to make it in. Moomoo's taking it incredibly low, might get the reset. Wolfio looking for the reset, but the 3 Talon Strike knockup again from Jethy is able to find the crowd control, preventing Wolfio from getting that HP, from getting those ability cooldown resets, and really, really well played from this Xin Zhao.
Yeah, great picks there from the side of Jolson, Jethy, and Kuwuri Potato. I mean, Melior is great. It's a great cleanse tool. Can't cleanse yourself, though. So, great hit onto the Melio. But like I was saying before, all that kind of went off, I feel like right now this game kind of hinges on Schmitty for the side of Sisters of the Loam, because like if whenever he's at plays, things seem to go well, right? The stun card lands, they're able to turn and pick that one person. He's able to kind of be at the right place at the right time. He didn't have the Destiny up there, so wasn't able to kind of make that roam. But overall, good play from this Chedda's Party's bus as they try to crawl their way back into this game.
Yeah, they did pick up the Herald just there. So Jethy will be sitting on this, can be used to take down towers. As we are going to see the top laners both now rotated down to bot lane. So they will be in a comfortable little isolationist matchup down there. Does look like the Otacon will eventually be spawning up here in the top lane, however. So we'll be interesting to see how that plays out. They're going to go forward. Find a decent amount of shred, but Mott Sauce is no pushover.
Yeah, Mott Sauce just... that Eclipse Shield just blocks a lot of damage right now from that Garen. It probably, I think, blocks about 2 to 3 hits from Garen E. I mean, to be honest, I haven't played the Mbessa Garen matchup that much, so I really don't know. But did seem to block a large portion of that damage. Now Kuwuri Potato is now down here with Mott Sauce, so...
But so is Jethy. Might be a little bit of bait if Kuwuri Potato can live. Chains is going to land, Flash is going to be used, Wind becomes Lightning, does not hit, and now there goes the public execution. W going to be used, but you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Schmitty comes to the play. Schmitty helps clean it up. Really nice use of the you pick the furthest back person ultimate there from Mott Sauce.
Yes, really good stuff there. Good turn to kind of recognize that, hey, I don't think this LeBlanc has enough damage to kill me. TP comes. Viego's
Wolfio
also
going to be
able
taking
to
the turret
block
there.
down
Will be
some-
charmed up and absolutely gets deleted. Jeffy again. A really good takedown on the enemy jungler.
Yeah, and that's the one thing too. If you look at Wolfie's build, it's like first time collector, right? So this is like the full pop off, like get a pentakill type of Viego build. But the downside is you're really squishy on this build. So great job being able to kind of punish that, punish the dive. Smitty should be able to still grab this turret, but they do hold it for a little bit longer and pick up a kill along the way.
Yeah. Roa just popped for Schmitty. It's going to be part of the level differential there in the mid lane. But, I mean, Jethy right now is really, really trying to... listen, game one, the party bus... You're going to see movements engage here. Ascalova is going to be the target. Red Infernum here. Severum Infernum. Now going to be red-white, so is a little more scary. Knock up again. Going to be down. Deletion onto Lunari. And now going forward, Jethy is looking to do the damage. We are going to see Destiny coming in. Jethy forced to flash back. Red, white is so scary. Mumus finds a big knockup. Whipping on lightning does damage. There's a reset, but it's not quite going to be enough as Bear does go down on the opposite side. Wolfio now does manage to find one reset in the body of their pawn. Uses the ultimate to go back, but they are ready for it. Manages to get one more kill on the way out. However, Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies fixed their flat tire, got that shit back on the road and into gear.
Yeah, really good stuff there in that fight. Initially getting that pick onto Lanari and then just picking their spots in that fight. But unfortunate that Wolfio was able to pick up that shutdown onto Jolson there at the very end. But I gotta say, Jeffy, and you kind of call it with this Zinjao, is putting in a ton of work in these fights.
Yeah, big thanks to Ruffian for their 39-month streak with 53 months total. You know what you're going to do. You're going to go to the Baddies in Vermont, talk to our buddy Todd. For those who are above 52 months total, you can have syrup on the pancakes. Also, thank you to Chase BB. You just get the pancakes, but don't worry. You'll get there. Todd will like you eventually. Todd likes everybody, actually. But, you know, we gotta keep things constrained for the economy, as we are going to see...
You know what I mean?
Sisters of the Loam picking up this Otacon. Now, this is voracious Otacon, so this is very scary for Mr. Chedda's party bus full of baddies.
Yes, this is especially on champions like Viego and like Mbessa, where killing them once is already hard enough, but then like having to put in all this work to kill them and then not actually killing them feels probably even worse. But Mr. Chedda's party bus potentially could trade 2 turrets here. Trying to get that last one, but Wolfie's down behind him.
Going to be able to find the reset. Wolfio now going to be looking on to Mumus. Mumus, quite quick on this Rakan, does get stunned up at the gold card, but here comes Mott Sauce from the back. The reset body is there. Wolfio is coming for it. And now Jethy going to be running public execution, going to be utilized. Destiny coming in on the back end. Jethy going to be shut down. And Kuwut Potato is left alone to pick up the pieces as their team falls around them. They ran over a nail again.
Yeah, and just no fear because they know, hey, even if we die, they're not gonna pick up our actual like kills worth of gold. And a lot of us have some form of way to get into a fight, even if we die. So, really good fight there from Sisters of the Loam. Smitty does take a chunk of damage, but
yeah, when you have the oh hey, I can do anything I want and I'm not actually gonna die buff. You know,
feels pretty good.
Potato able to dodge the W to start, but he's gonna be alive for now. Not quite gonna be enough. Wolfio gonna be able to discern which one is the clone and which one is not. Mott Sauce will be stunned up under turret, but quite the health bar to be able to tank that one.
Yeah, also does again have the revive, so they're kind of like okay. Well.
Doesn't really matter if I do. Mumu's taking tons of damage here. There goes the Gravitum ultimate. Locking him down. Golston left alone under turret. And the Sisters of the Loam, I mean, they're microplastic up. They've got the red 40. They've got...
Not the red 40.
All the mulch and microplastics that they can eat.
Don't let RFK Jr. hear this stream. He might shut us down.
Gold diff right now, even in the jungle, 2k-ish up in the top lane for the Ambessa. It's going to be a 1,000 gold lead there down there for Jolston on the Ashe, and about 1,000 gold lead for Melio.
Yeah, but again, I think the biggest thing is that we've seen Mr. Chedda's party bus in situations this game down this much gold and still be able to turn fights, right? Like they have a comp to do it. It's just picking their spots and finding those picks, especially with that Ash arrow.
Yeah, and we were talking about the Garen. It hasn't quite brought to the table yet the menace and fear I think both you and I were worried about in draft. Bear working very hard. Certainly back in this game by farm numbers, however, I might be about to eat my words as Schmitty, after health, disappears. And that might just be the pressure they need to take this turn, especially with Jethy coming down here.
Yeah, Jethy is going to come down here, but Baron is spawning soon, so Jethy needs to make this play quick and potentially then start running back up. Because as soon as they see him, pings are going to start coming out, comps are going to start coming out. We just set up around Baron right now.
Yeah, they are setting up around Baron. Q Potato O might be in a little bit of trouble, but is LeBlanc. There is the Enchanted Crystal Arrow land onto Askalobos, responded with the Melio R. Red-white, don't fight. There comes Moo-Moo's, but is going to be messied away. Destiny being utilized. Gold card going there on to Jethy. Gets absolutely deleted. Wolfio going to be able to pick up the body of the enemy jungler. And Xin Zhao might be taking Baron, but it's not going to be for Mr. Chedda's party bus. It will be in for the Sisters of the Loam here, unless a miracle can happen. A steal.
Yeah, it was such a good idea to use the Ash arrow. Oh my god, I thought he got it. I thought he got it for a second.
Bear, on the other side, does get the Constellation Turret. So gold is still going back into the pockets of Mr. Chedda's party bus here. Side turrets destroyed. So it's going to be pretty nice for Bear, but they're going to have to fight into this Baron, and it does also look like this Chemtech Drake is just going to go over to Sisters of the Loam.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing, too, kind of about that whole play, and I kind of alluded to it, right? It was a really good idea. Like, use Jolston's R, low Milio's engage, and then just all in them with Rakan R so that way Milio can't ult them away. But just the ability to just kind of kick Rakan away and just thwart that engage, and then it turns into a pick onto Jethy. The tempo, and I feel like that's a lot of tempo play, right? Like, the amount of tempo that they're playing with is really, really impactful.
Absolutely. We're going to see Mott Sauce dueling it with Jethy here. Jethy just going to utilize that smite. Mott Sauce going pretty far forward, but Lunari and Askalobos are both here. Askalobos jumping over the wall. Mott Sauce going in. Lunari taking so much damage! Potato able to get out. Also, just responding to Rico's Suave 86,193 in the chat. This is a Denny's, not a Waffle House.
Yeah, we support Denny's here.
This is a Denny's.
Get it right. Get it right. We don't do that around here.
Okay. Bear? Be the target of Wolfio, but I don't know if Wolfio really wants this. Bear is going to do a lot of damage, but there comes the Destiny. It's just not quite enough.
Yeah, and again, Schmitty has just been everywhere, right? Like, he's 3-2-12. I believe he finished game one.
Charm there onto Lunari. Lunari taking quite a bit of damage. Jolston not quite able to find the kill. Gravitum goes forward, and there is public execution underneath the turret. Cuba Potato tries to find an answer onto the backline, but it's not quite gonna be there. Jethy coming off of spawn, and it looks like Sisters of the Loam might have secured themselves a clean 2-0.
Potentially looking for the end here. They do have 6 scrubs, so turrets do get shredded. They do have the cozy campfire right now, but they are looking for blood from Mr. Chedda's party bus.
They are hitting the Nexus, not the Vlad. They are looking to end this out cleanly. Bear going in is going to be able to find one. Askalobos hitting the Nexus. And the series will go to the Sisters of the Loam.
Overall, really clean game there from Sisters of the Loam. Cleaned up their early game. And I gotta say, I was like, The stat sheets aren't going to say it, but I think the unsung hero of this game was Schmitty. Like, I think this series, not really this game, but really this series, because they did everything that was asked of them, right? Hit really nice shockwaves on the Oriana, was kind of everywhere they needed to be with the Twisted Fate. But obviously, hats off to really everyone on the side of Sisters of the Loam, but Mr. Party was they showed some good stuff. I mean, they had some really nice fights. They had some good moments. I mean, a lot of those fights when they were down 3K, 4K gold could have really gone either way. So, nothing to really be ashamed of. And I definitely think a team that a lot of a lot of the other financial teams, I should say, need to really keep their eye on.
Yeah. Now 4-0 here. So huge kudos to the Sisters of the Loam. They know what they're doing with their soil. They know what they're doing in League of Legends. That's just how it goes.
That is
If
true.
you,
They cleaned up the soil. I
yeah.
mean, they cleaned it up.
We do have Lunari. Lunari, welcome to broadcast. I hope I'm not horribly mispronouncing your name.
That was perfect. What's up?
Sorry, say again.
It was perfect. The
Perfect.
pronunciation.
Beautiful.
Dang,
I mean, I'm a little
Dang.
disappointed because I kind of like pronouncing things wrong just a little bit.
I know.
Okay, well, I can tell you butchered ADC's name like 4 different times. They were talking.
That's
I heard
fine.
you talking about
That's
it. So it
good.
was
That's
perfect.
good.
Honestly, then a job well done from us.
How should Ascalobos be pronounced?
It's Escalabos.
Oh no! I don't think that ever came up.
Nope, that was never said. Womp womp.
Like Excalibur almost.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess. I don't know what it's from. It's kind of a dumb name, but it is
Yeah.
what it is.
I mean, Popoba is a D&D character I came up with when I was 4, so I don't think we need reasons for these alter egos of ours. We just gotta have them. Congratulations on the series. Let's just talk about, let's say, draft in Game 2. How did y'all feel getting the 4 ADC bans, functionally 5, with the Ash pick?
Yeah, our ADC was not happy with it, but he said he wanted to play the Aphelios anyway after the first game of Aphelios. So he was fine as long as he got one of those like ADCs, and he did. So we were chilling.
So if the Lulu ban wasn't a Felios ban,
I think we would have been in a little bit of trouble, but
all right, financial league teams, write this down. No.
Write that down. Write that down.
Now, going back to game 1, I want to ask that team fight at Drake that kind of, well, you can't see the gold graphs, but I'm sure you could feel kind of flipped the game. You all played that so tightly. Is team fighting something you all emphasize? You clearly, as a team, seem to be very good at it.
yeah, I think we just have a lot of like trust in each other. So a lot of our team fighting is just screaming like whatever champion we're targeting. But I think it just comes down to like we all trust each other and like we trust the call and like we just like that we can at least like kind of turn a fight a little bit.
Okay. Zoo, you got some burning questions here?
Yeah, I really think like kind of my one big question, I guess, for you guys is obviously you're 4-0, 8-0 in game score, and you guys are all a relatively new team, but have you guys all kind of like played before as like a team in other leagues, or is this kind of like a group of friends that you guys have all kind of been playing a lot together, so there's built-in synergy, or is this kind of like a hey, we found like 5 people and we threw this thing together and we're like running over our league right now?
Yeah, me and our mid laner we played on like a collegiate team together for like 3 years, so we have like a bit of synergy there. And I've been playing with our AD for about like the same amount of time. Our jungle and our top are kind of like new additions to the team. But we play like a lot of flex, and like we kind of just saw a little bit of LCS, and we were like, oh, this will be fun. Like we kind of want to get back into like competitive, like that's more intense than like Clash and Flex. So we're just mainly like a group of friends, but yeah.
For sure.
Awesome.
Now, one more question before I'm gonna let y'all go. We'll find someone to raid, do shout outs, all that. What happens if Wolfio doesn't play Viego?
He's got some pocket picks. He's got like 2 more. But we can't reveal that yet. You know.
Sure.
Oh,
Well, catch us in the
okay.
finals, and we'll let you
Oh,
know.
okay.
Okay. Okay, then anyone you want to shout out, coaches, supporters in the chat, and then we're gonna find someone to go ahead and raid.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my Mochmaxers, Sarah, Hannah, and Oscar. They're our friends and our subs. They were watching the whole time. And spamming. I think like they were spamming like hashtag Mochmax. I don't know.
Now, actually, sorry, I do have one more question. Do you prefer like a sandy loam, a clay loam, or a silt loam? Or are you
Oh,
more of
okay.
like a loam purist?
I was ready for this question. See, I love wood chips.
Okay.
I'm a very big fan of wood chips and straw mulch, but I do not fuck with compost. Okay, none of that like gross compost stuff. Okay.
All right. Y'all heard it here first. That's gonna do it for us today here at the Low Budget LCS. I've been Popoba, joined by Zodiac. Zodiac, anyone you think we should raid here in particular?
I believe we can raid. I believe Itty Bitty Banshee would be a good raid for the low budget LCS.
Itty Bitty Banshee. Bet. All right. Oh, is that okay? I just gotta get the spelling right.
You need me to spell it for you?
I think I got it. All right, gamers. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll catch you next time on the Low Budget LCS. Oh, sorry.
Bye.
Zodiac, take us out with your classic phrase.
Oh, of course, my classic
Of course.
phrase of stay in vegetables,